Hey there, and happy Friday. So it's good to be back and be behind the camera to show you some inspiration. So yeah, it's been almost a month, and when I looked back to see, Facebook kind of reminds me, because after 30 days they delete my live videos. So that's why it's important for you, if you haven't already, to go to my YouTube channel, Bella Harder Inspiring Others, and give that a like, and then you can follow those videos, and then they stay there. So I know a lot of you say, oh, I love watching your Facebook lives, but just remember that after 30 days, the still shot of my cards, when I take a picture of my cards, those cards stay up, but the videos get deleted after 30 days. So it's important to know. So in the past 30 days, I've done, I think, 3 in-person events. I've taken an ambulance ride, my first one ever as a patient, and had a 4-day hospital stint out in Sioux Falls. So my diverticulitis decided to rear its ugly head, and in the worst way, gave me some abscesses this time and a slight perforation in my lower colon. So down the road, I will have surgery. I will have that section removed. So hopefully this never happens again. So I feel like I'm missing out on you guys, just seeing your names pop up in that. And you're probably wondering, like, where did she go? Why did she say, hey, I'll be back with another video, and then she never appears again? So that is what happened. But today I feel really good. It's been a good day. I got my hair done. I ran errands, and I still feel like I have energy. And I thought, Belle, just quick do the video before you do anything else. Otherwise, you're going to get tired. I do still tire easily, as my body's still healing from all of that. And they said that is completely normal. So good to know that, and be reassured also. So let's get to card making. Here we have a fun card. Yellow and blue together just makes me happy, and just yellow, I hear that a lot. It makes a lot of people happy, yellow. And when I combine it with blue, it just like makes my day. So I'm going to show you, when I get the camera turned around, 2 different versions of today's card. Hi there, Pam. Thanks for joining in. And the whole suite here. So let me get the camera turned around, and then you can see kind of what's all included in the Boho Vibes Suite collection. So that you can see, and I've done different things with this, and this one is the most, like, I don't know if you want to say summery, but a lot of the color combinations, so this is from the annual catalog on page 61. A lot of the color combinations are maybe a little bit darker if you see them, just because of the beautiful darker colors that they feature, and I love them. I love them. And so I thought, let's try and take some of the papers and make something like springy, summery type thing, and kind of loved the outcome here. So this is the same card here, and I'm using the same color combinations. So this is Daffodil Delight with a layer of Lemon Lolly and Cloud Cover, that new in color that's really pretty. And this card is Cloud Cover for the base, and then Daffodil Delight for the middle layer, and then the top is Lemon Lolly. So like I said, all 3 colors the same. And obviously most people would do a sun in yellow, and so that was an obvious choice for this card. And then with this one, I'm like, well, let's see what blue does, and I really liked it. It didn't make it look less of a sun, in my opinion, but that's just me. But I love blue, so it's kind of hard to convince me that it's not a nice card, because if there's blue on my card, I like it. Even if it doesn't turn out well. This is a funny story too. I was looking back at something, I don't know what I was doing, and my youngest son, Drake, he was with me, and I was talking about something and looking through pictures, and came up with this card with a camper, and it was a card that didn't make the cut for a class. And I think a lot of you go, well, you know, you just put together cards and they magically come together. Oh no, he looked at that picture on my phone, looked at me, he goes, Mom, that was that ugly card, remember? Oh yes, I do. I remember, it went right in the trash. And so I thought it was too funny that just scrolling through, that was a memory for him, not just me. Hi there, Joyce. Thanks for watching. All right, so I'm not going to go into detail too much, except for giving you kind of the page references 61 through 63 from the annual catalog. And then this is 6 by 6. So what I did for my cards is I like when I have classes giving people options. So I took out one of the 6x6s, that was this pattern and this pattern, and I just cut off a 2-inch section, which then left a 4 by 6-inch piece, a big one, and then it was perfect because then I just cut that in half. And so then we had a stack of this that people can choose from, and then we get a stack of this for people to choose from. Isn't this fun? It kind of reminds me of Charlie Brown. I'm a huge Peanuts fan. I just got a new wallet with Snoopy on it, and I'm so excited. I'm never excited to spend money, but it does make the impact a little less painful when you have a cute wallet. And so this reminds me of Charlie Brown's kind of shirt with that on there. So maybe that's why I like this pattern. But this one's fun because it's got the yellows and blues together too. All right, so that's that was what I have for 2 options for my card. And then what I'm going to show you here, I've done some of the pieces ahead. And let me just kind of get out one of each of my things here. Sorry. I guess I didn't lay that out, and usually I am prepared. So I'm going to kind of just put these there too. And I think I'm going to do this one because this one's on my sample here. Hi Donna, good to see you on here. All right, so let me take this, obviously cut and scored for the long way. And I'm just going to give that a good score, make sure my corners edge up there. All right, so got that. All right, and daffodil. I like to repeat the colors in case you're just joining in, because sometimes on camera, like daffodil can look maybe very similar to crushed curry. So opening that way. And then for my next layer, what I have is lemon lolly. So this is cut 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm just going to take some adhesive. Yeah, it's been busy. Like just this week, I've been to Fairmont, I've been to Sioux Falls, I've been running with my mom for doctor appointments, I went to Worthington, and today just catching up. So tomorrow I think Sioux Falls again. So it's like, where's my adhesive? If that's the least of my worries, it's a good day. Okay, there we've got that, and there's just a little bit of a fuzz hanging out. Sometimes I can tuck them with my fingernails. I think that'll be good. All right, and then what I did is cut the next layer down. So then this one will be 3.75 by 5 inches. And so we've got Daffodil Delight, Lemon Lolly, and this is that new cloud cover. Now, before I put this on, I'm going to do my stamping. And I thought about doing cloud cover on cloud cover, and then I was reminded, ding, 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 we do not have a cloud cover ink pad because of science. And that's the best way to describe it. I haven't said a ton about it, but cloud cover made it to the ink pad stage, and then when Stampin' Up! Started to use it for different events, realized that color changes, and it has to do with the ink composition, what comprises that color, and how it reacts to the ink pad. So even if you were to say, oh, I'm just going to buy an uninked pad and the re-inker, well, once you do that, it might start out okay, but it's not going to be great. We do have a little ink spot part of our assortment in the annual catalog. I'm just using it kind of to color in things with my blends and such. So I thought, well, I've got to come up with a different color, and I love kind of that next step is what I call it. Anytime Stampin' Up! Has a color, so like I'm always like, I could do like a Versamark kind of shade where it's like color on color, but it's faded. So for me, the next step color darker is Misty Moonlight as a complementary color. So that's what I decided to take out for this. So I've got that. And then in the Sunshine Vibes, we've got some images to make up little starburst things. And just even like this is a fun little image too. So I'm going to ink this up. Oh, it looks like there's a little fiber something on here. Something's like glittering back at me. I don't like it. Yeah, it's actually like iridescent shiny. Let me take that off because if I can see it, you know it's gonna be goofy and like resist ink. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what it does. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and get these two edges to catch. So that means some of this is actually going to stamp maybe off of my little rainbow here, and then I can just wipe that off my glass mat there. Oh, and I should back up and show you the dies here quick. So the dies are great because you can die cut the different rainbow hoops there, and then this one just is a big cutout if you want a big cutout, and then use the paper to be a rainbow. But what I used for today's card is this big rainbow die cut, and then you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the loops that cut out the hoops or whatever. I don't know what's the rays, like the technical term for rainbow rays. So yeah, I've got this whole thing cut out, and so I just now need to cut out more different colors so I can make my own rainbows out of these scraps. And then you're like, okay, Belle, let's see if Belle uses them, or if I get to the point where my little tray is full and I just toss them. Okay, now we've got this great ray. Okay, now that I know is a ray. So I'm just going to stamp that back in my Misty Moonlight, and then go all the way to one side, and then meet it in the middle, and then it goes to the other side. So if you're making your little sunshine there, you'll do this one twice to get it to go all the way around. And it's very easy to do because it's photopolymer. Okay, and now I'm going to just take around the edges here, grab some of my seal adhesive, and just go like that, and get some adhesive on there. And then I'm going to, and this way I like my glass mat, so I can see where I've got like a nice line there to line that up. And then I'm just going to kind of eye that there, and then it should be good. Because with a pattern like this, or even like this one, you're going to know if it's crooked. And usually, like, there's always some margin where it's like it's going to be okay. But I want to make sure that it does line up pretty well. And then for this layer, I decided let's get some dimensionals just to give it a little bit of pop from the Lemon Lolly. And then as I tip this one over, isn't that pretty? I love that. But I'm a big fan of that Secret Sea color. So put that with any pattern, and I'm probably going to like it just because. Okay, so let me get a couple dimensionals in the middle here too, like that. Now this is ready to go. So this type of card comes together pretty easily. Even the die cutting is easy because it's just one pass. They're called arches. Thank you, Donna. I guess, yes, you could call them arches. Very good. Thank you for coming in and rescuing my brain. Like I said, I still get tired easily from this whole ordeal. So just to think I had enough brain power, there was no way until today that I would even attempt a video because I was just getting too wore out from everything. Okay, so now it's time to add our sentiment. Oops. And in here, it'll make more sense to show you this. I've got hello, thanks. You could do hello, darling, sending good vibes, and that. And for my samples, I put hello, darling on both of them. You can see that there. And I think I'm just going to do a plain hello. And let me grab a piece here of just like a 1/2-inch strip of basic white. And I'm going to stamp up my hello like that. And yes, I do have scissors. Sometimes I pack my scissors for my classes and I'm like, oh boy, that could be about anywhere. I haven't unpacked everything from yesterday. Okay, now this I definitely want popped up too. So I'm just gonna sometimes just lay this edge, this valuable edge. It is not garbage, even though it's an edge piece. And I just kind of put it there to say this is how much of a dimensional that I need to put on there. And then that's, oops, missed my garbage. Now this I'm just going to put down here like so, popped up. And like I said, you can see the difference. Or if you had like the sending good vibes, you could just cut that out, stamp it out on a piece of basic white and cut out 3 strips too and have it angled down. So it'd be sending good vibes like that. Okay, and then for the embellishments, I'm loving these, you guys. These are the muted palette dots, and love the color combinations. And Mostly so far I've used more of the softer colors, but as we get into fall, I know I'm going to be reaching for this, because these accessories or embellishments I have used for so many projects that aren't this Boho Vibes Suite or the Sunshine Vibes bundle. And so it's been fun to have these, like the piggy cards that I've been making. You can kind of see this guy. I guess he made it into the camera. They have been fun to use with these embellishments too, because I'm doing a lot with the pinks and that for that. So for my embellishment here, I'm just going to pick like a small little dot here, and then a large yellow one, and then I'm just going to grab a little blue one and just kind of tuck that near my sun. So we kind of got the blue going there and a couple yellows. This one's kind of that subtle little thing, but I like how it just sneaks right in there. And then for the inside, because this is a hello card, I want to keep it kind of neutral. What did I do? Here's my stamp. I'm like, where'd my stamp go? So this, I'm just going to put like this back on there and do my raise again. So I'm just going to kind of sneak that there and that there, and take my little wiper and get that ink. That's what I love about my glass mat, again, so that I can get all that coverage on there. Wipe it off before I accidentally put my adhesive on the back side and smear it right in there. So then we can put that in here like so. Then we've got that all ready to go. There we go. Hello. And then the coordinating inside like that. There you go. There you have it. So thanks for joining in. Currently, for specials this month, we still have the ongoing In Color sale. And so with that, you can see like cloud cover in here. So if you're like, oh yeah, I haven't seen those embellishments, or maybe they didn't catch my eye, things that are on sale, like this paper has some designer or some In Colors in them. So that falls into that sale as well. So that's good to know if you're thinking like outside the box. I think when the sale started, personally, I'm thinking, you know, inks, blends, cardstock, things like that. And then once you think outside the box, or actually what I did was clicked Stampin' Up's link, and it shows everything included in the sale, and that really helped me think outside of the box and go, oh, I guess I need to add more to my cart. Don't we all? All right, so have a great weekend. My goal is to be back with you with some more inspiration early next week before my retreat, because if I can give you guys some inspiration, it also helps me to prep and have some projects to work on while I'm at a crafting retreat. So this is good timing. It's good to be back, like I said, and see you. So take care and see you next time. Bye-bye.